Trip Morning Show. Welcome back, 7:07. Corey Cope's back. Meat Sauce is here, too.
Hey, Daddy.
Hi. Zach.
That was a good bit.
Thanks. It's interesting. I was just looking at more records that came out in 1984. Some of the smaller ones, like Red Rider released the one with Lunatic Fringe on it.
40 years ago.
I know. How about that?
Time's a bitch.
The Fat Boys released The Fat Boys.
One of the greatest albums of all time.
Private Dancer by Tina Turner. I mean, come on. You know, in June alone, you had Born in the USA. You had Glamorous Life. You had Spandau Ballet.
Oh, great tune.
Rolling Stones. Susie and the Banshees. John Waite. I mean, come on.
Be good.
Pretty good. But that's not why we're here. Now we've moved on. We're right back to the current decade. So I can give you guys some news. Because I don't feel like you guys have any idea what's going on in the world.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
That's right, the St. Paul Saints. What do you think of them apples?
Well, we have an issue. 1999 might be better than 84.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Why is that?
That's what we were waiting
So in 1999, here's the list of songs that came out.
I know what he's going to say.
Just Like This,
Yeah.
Nookie,
Right.
Break Stuff,
Yeah.
Rearranged,
Right.
I'm Broke,
Yeah. Right.
That's sad.
1999.
Make it 100?
Man.
Yeah. That's one record.
Man.
It started the Bizkit baby boom. I mean, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
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 Good for them, man.
When are the St. Paul Saints going to do a Limp Bizkit themed night? I know they did those shirts that looked a little bit like Bizkit, but we should just have Fred Durst walk around the stadium.
They should do the anti-Limp Biscuit night, brought to you by Blue Chew Chewables.
Well played.
St. Paul
Stiff
Saints, by
biscuit.
the way, scored 5 times in the bottom of the second inning during a 5-4-6 inning win over the Toledo Mud Hens at CHS Field yesterday.
I think Brooks Lee hit a grand slam.
Thank you. The 34 and 35 Saints go up against the Mud Hens again today. CHS Field. Tickets at saintsbaseball.com. Excited?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Once again, today is Juneteenth. Juneteenth. Today's observance is the third time millions of Americans are getting a paid day off as the nation commemorates the end of slavery in the U.S. So Juneteenth today. Do not forget. There's a lot of entertainment news going on today, too, that I wanted to make sure we got into the show that I think you guys are going to care about. For instance, Spaceballs is getting a sequel.
With Josh Gad, right?
That's right. Best known as the voice of Olaf in the Frozen franchise. Set to star in the sequel. Mel Brooks will produce with Josh Greenbaum directing. Plot details being kept secret for now.
Oh, boy. Don't know how I feel about this one.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Underwhelmed by that?
Kinda.
I love the original.
I did too.
Love it.
I never saw Spaceball.
Yes, you have.
Singular or plural?
Oh, I just thought Spaceballs was the name of the sequel.
No, it's
No.
trust me.
Man, you should go in a Vegas bathtub.
You're clever this week. I'm going to miss you next week.
You're going somewhere?
No.
Bad news for night owls. A new study out of Stanford University shows that going to bed late is bad for your mental health. Researchers found that going to bed by 1 a.m. can reduce the risk of developing depression and anxiety, regardless of your chronotype. That's your preferred sleeping time, by the way, whether it's rising with the sun or going to bed late. Right. They don't know why, but they found that people who get up early and make the most out of daylight hours have the best mental health. Researchers say regardless of when you go to bed, 7 to 9 hours of sleep is optimum. Good luck with that. 7 to 9 hours. Can you imagine, Corey, a day that is not a weekend day where you got 7 hours of sleep?
It is, I would argue, the number one thing I'm looking forward to when my run here ends. I don't care if it's fired next week or retiring down the road. Constant good sleep is something we never get. And I know we complain about it a lot, but I'm sure it's slowly killing all of us.
Yeah, pretty quick over on this side.
I mean, it's a game changer to actually be able to sleep 7 or 8 hours uninterrupted.
You said it, man.
No, not well.
No, but you did say it.
I did stumble and say it.
New legislation is trying to tackle the growing problem of deep fake revenge porn.
Jeez.
It's exploded thanks to advances in artificial intelligence, which makes it easy to manipulate pictures. Texas Senator Ted Cruz's bill would make revenge porn illegal nationwide. It also would require social media sites to have a policy to remove the content when they're notified by a victim. The Republican said the legislation will protect and empower mostly young girls who are targeted. Revenge porn by AI. Problem. Let's not do that.
No.
Yeah, don't do that.
Justin Timberlake has been released after being arrested for driving while intoxicated on Long Island. The pop superstar was arraigned and released without bail yesterday morning. He faces one charge of DWI while also being cited for failure to stay in his lane and running through a stop sign. I thought he was driving. TMZ reports police said Timberlake was observed to be glassy-eyed. They smelled alcohol in his breath. His arrest comes in the middle of his world tour. With 2 shows scheduled in Chicago this weekend, he's due back into court next month. Come on, JT.
Sales are tepid.
Are they really?
Yeah. If you look at, there's a sea of blue dots for the show coming up at the X in October. It's shocking. So there's some people speculating that he did this maybe for some publicity purposes.
You got a DWI.
You don't get a DWI for publicity purposes.
You got that money?
You could kill somebody. There's no way you do this for publicity.
That's why they said like he only had like a margarita or something, and
you don't get a DUI for publicity.
If his team said, "Here's what we're going to do,"
right? You fire all of them. Just because I mean, he gets a drunk and disorderly. Yeah. He's walking around hammered. Sure.
You
can't put other people's lives at risk to sell.
No, you shouldn't do it. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying that's what some people are.
Oh my God, there's like 80 articles about how bad the ticket sales.
Yes.
Ooh, it's over.
What's over?
His tour.
Well, the album he released this year sucks. So.
Can we review it?
I don't know why he drinks.
Yeah, everybody's so supportive.
Everybody seems like they got his back.
Yeah, they're buying his tickets. They're loving his music.
Yeah.
Everything's going Timberlake's way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sure.
As long as Jessica Biel's happy, who cares?
I bet she's not happy this morning.
Well, unless she was part of the team that decided, here's what we're going to do.
Yep.
You know I love you. We're gonna basically block off about 9 city blocks.
Yep.
And then you're going to go on a joyride. That way you don't kill anybody. But we're going to get you hammered. And then you're going to hit a bunch of stuff. And then we're going to pull you over. And we're going to get a pretty good looking mug shot. You're a good looking dude.
Good looking guy.
We're going to get a mug shot.
Yeah.
You're going to look a little glassy eyed, but you're going to look good. We're going to print it on T-shirts. And people will buy it up like crazy. Because people like a good criminal. Paul, your hands up.
Zach is not kidding. There are...
Yeah, but they're idiots.
Let's say there's... No, not that bit. Let's say there's 12,000... I'm just using this as a number.
Oh.
Let's say there's 12,000 seats at the Excel for a concert. 11,095 of them are available. I've never seen...
You can sit wherever you want.
You can sit wherever you want.
It's horrible.
Can I sit shotgun in front of his SUV?
No, don't do that. Just to sue him? Yeah, this is not good. Almost every seat is available for this concert.
I'm reading here that...
I've seen him before. He's all right.
I'm reading here that that same team... Zach, I feel bad. I criticized you. The same team that handled Justin Timberlake's media handled O.J. Simpson as well, right?
Yeah.
When his movie career was...
Yeah, that's right. He was having a hard time.
Funny enough, I'm reading the same story.
Yeah.
The same guys that represented them represented Jim Jones, the cult leader.
Do another one.
Yeah, do better this time.
Yeah, be more specific about what the team had planned.
And make it like a celebrity.
Let's see here. There's a celebrity that's gotten in trouble.
Yeah, there's few.
Well, there's not many.
No Googling.
Take your time.
I'm trying to think, man.
Make up the name.
It's interesting to watch.
The same team that represents JT represented Tanya Harding. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Not timely, but it's not bad.
I mean,
when you told yourself it wasn't bad, did yourself believe yourself?
No.
Was that a coping mechanism?
Yes,
Where you were telling yourself that wasn't bad?
You're on the defense of me. That's
Tanya Harding, Woodhawk.
Of course.
No, don't try to deflect.
No, that one wasn't good.
I hope you go to Timberlake.
No, it's on Halloween.
I hope you're right
stay
with
home and
Timberlake.
hide. Oh,
It's on Halloween.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to go?
Well, you hate other people's kids. Why would you want to trick or treat? Go to Timberlake and avoid the kids.
I hate Halloween.
Right, because you don't like to get scared.
Yep. And Hawk scared me the other day, and holy smokes, it scared the bejesus out of me.
I did. I said boo.
Yeah.
I hate artists who dance.
Whoa.
Like Van Gogh.
Yeah.
I want you to...
Like the guy that did what were those things you stared at and then you'd see it? The magic guy. You hate that guy? That's a bad joke.
What?
My God,
That's not bad.
Well, your
That's not
timing
bad.
was impeccable.
Thanks, Jay Leno.
what is wrong with you?
You short circuit.
Come on, Johnny Five.
What is it about driving?
This is Cosmic Orphan and Raise the Alarm.
So much of dying.
Or they need a new media firm.
Yeah, they should drive around Hammer.
But then I
Yeah, they need a PR team like Justin Timberlake.
The
Get
issue
him some publicity.
from a few friends of mine that have kids is a lot of people our age want to go see them, but on Halloween you can't skip Halloween with your kids,
Right.
man.
But is it
That's
bad everywhere or just here?
I think it's bad everywhere. Yeah.
Because he's not playing Halloween
It
everywhere.
might be exaggerated because of the Halloween thing, but
I've never seen it
Hey,
like that.
Tool sold out when they were on Halloween.
Good point. Well, Tool whales and people who like Tool just like rocket.
Sauce, you want to do sports in a second?
I'd love to.
Okay.
Archie Morning Show after this on the Fan. Hey, Derek Allen, plans change. Here we go. Archie Morning Show, we're back. 7:25. Rosie will be in a bit.
do you think Rosie will be at the roof party?
Sure, I think he will.
Oh, yeah.
Because I should note that it's back. July 19th, Forgotten Star Brewery in Fridley. Coming out with all your favorite fan personalities. Play your favorite fan games, great prizes, and enjoy live music from the Chris Hockey Band. Don't forget about the great food and drinks all night as well.
Yeah.
Full details at KFAN.com. Just make the keyword party.
I'm excited. We're putting the band together for because CHB doesn't play a lot of gigs, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to play a lot of covers because people who are coming out to the Rube Party aren't necessarily Chris Hockey Band fans. So we're going to try to play some songs everybody knows. Tony Williams, my former guitar player, is rejoining the band for the first time
hell
in
yeah.
5-6 years.
That's sweet, dude.
I know. I'm looking forward. I haven't even seen him in a long time.
I haven't seen him.
Joining the band again.
So I'm in Colorado.
Oh, that's right. You did. You were high though.
I was, yes. Ow.
I know.
Hello.
Hi.
Speaking of high, hi Rosie.
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Oh,
Good morning.
We got some sports. You ready for that?
Oh, yeah.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
Thank you, all around.
The Minnesota Twins beat Tampa 7-6 in a game that included an hour and 23-minute rain delay. Carlos Correa remains red hot. He went 3 for 4. Oh, lucky. Scored 2 runs. Now he's batting .317. Carlos Santana pinch hit and got the walk-off hit in the 9th to score Correa to get the game winner.
He found some grass.
The Twins have won 6 straight. They're now 4.5 back of Cleveland for first place in the division. Same 2 teams today at 6:40. Joe Ryan goes for the Twins.
Here's Rocco. Who brought us that, by the way?
That is Twins News brought to you by Quantum Fiber.
Here's Rocco on Carlos Santana's walk-off.
He's able to go out there and put the ball in play, make something happen, and he found some grass.
That sums it up.
Yep.
It's always difficult. You sit around wondering if this game is going to be resumed given the amount of rain we had last night. And kudos to the fans for those who stuck around.
And the groundskeepers for making that field.
Yeah, they make
come
that.
on.
Target Field absorbs a lot of water.
They sure do.
So, yeah, good for the Twins. Pablo Lopez had another rough start, which is a little concerning again because he's been really up and down this year for their ace of the staff. But they found a way, and Carlos Correa is fulfilling everything the Twins thought he would be. A year ago, he had the plantar fasciitis, but he's been stinging the ball, as they say, and the Twins are finding a way. So, yeah,
That's the ball.
4.5
man.
out. They were 8 out a week ago, so that's good. That's cool. Yes, very nice.
Hello.
Hey, Randy. San Francisco Giants legend and Hall of Famer Willie Mays passed away yesterday afternoon at the age of 93. He had 3,283 hits, two-time MVP. He had 660 home runs. He played 25 seasons, 24 of them he was an All-Star, 12-time Gold Glove winner.
Yeah, I could go on and on about Willie, especially when this being Juneteenth and he started the Negro Leagues and began his career and then eventually started his major league career actually here in Minneapolis with the Minneapolis Millers, the farm team of the San Francisco Giants, and hit like 477 in 8 games or something. And Leo DeRocher said, I think he belonged up here. And never to return to the minors again. I think about he was this mystical figure because when I'm looking at Sauce, of the conversations I've had with your dad about growing up, not ever seeing these people on television because they had a game of the week and that was it. And if you were lucky enough to see a Willie Mays, a Mickey Mantle, just once in a while, it's like, who are these people? I know they're something out of a comic book. And then you go down to your drugstore and pick up a pack of baseball cards. And if you're lucky enough to get a Willie Mays card, you'd probably put it in your bicycle spoke and move on with your life. But my dad took me to the 1965 All-Star game at Met Stadium, the same year the Twins went to the World Series for the first time. And one of the most star-studded lineups in the history of baseball for both the American and National League. Well, Willie Mays led off. He was the leadoff hitter for the National League. That's how loaded they were. Hit a home run to lead off the game at Met Stadium, and place went nuts, even though they were rooting for the American League, of course. And I was sitting in the stands as a 12-year-old, and 5 years later, I got a chance to interview him when I was 18 years old or whatever it was, and didn't go well for me. Someone snapped the picture. That's all that mattered to me, I guess, at that time. But the greatest baseball player, I think everyone who watched the game for a period of time, the greatest all-around baseball player who ever lived. Speed, defense, power, everything. He did it all. And number 24, the Say Hey kid. I mean, what a life, what a career. His godson, Barry Bonds, was very, very, very close, obviously, with Willie. And all I can say is that they don't make them like that anymore. And I don't care who comes along, the Otanis, whomever, great all-around players, no one will ever match the overall skill set that Willie Mays possessed. There you go.
What a story, Mark.
The Oilers, after going down 3-0 in the series, are one game away from tying the series at 3-3 after they won 5-3 last night over the Panthers. Connor McDavid had 2 goals in the win. Game 6 is this Friday in Edmonton at 7 o'clock on this station. The Oilers are slight favorites at -125, Zacho.
That was fun, Zach.
How great was that? And I was kind of rooting for overtime. I was hoping the Panthers maybe would come back, and then we get to see some more stuff. But the good news is we have a couple more opportunities, perhaps at overtime, depending on what happens in Game 6. But what an effort by the Florida Panthers to come back after the Oilers got out to a 3-0 lead. You talk about Bobrovsky and how great he had played up until this last game, and now he gave up another one that was a head scratcher that really ended up being the difference in the game. So, man, it sets up for a last couple of. I keep saying couple because I'm just assuming at this point that Edmonton's going to hold serve there and go back to Sunrise, and then the game is on. So it's fun.
It'll be insane in Edmonton on Friday night. I don't know if you catch the highlights. I'm not talking about one of the goals that Connor McDavid scored.
Sure,
but how about when Florida pulled the goalie at the end? The puck is dribbling down the open net. I don't know who it was for Florida. Kachuk. I mean, sprawling on the ice to barely get a stick on the puck to knock it off from going in the net, and then of course McDavid scored right after that anyway. But
that's hockey, I think. One of the many, but certainly the more memorable moments of yelling like "Oh my God!" like that out loud watching that game last night. There were so many great chances.
Given how flat the NBA Finals were for the most part, it was fun to watch a really exciting championship game last night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was intense.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah. And
it's one of those things.
Series, yeah.
I thought, I get it. The TV ratings are the butt of the joke when it comes to the NHL. But as long as they have enough to where it's on, they got high definition cameras and they got a good enough broadcast. I don't care how popular it is. That is damn good entertainment. That was fun last night, and I hope it continues.
I don't get caught up in TV.
Right.
It's just people watch what they want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
They want to watch the Olympic swimming trials. Watch the Olympic swimming trials. They want to watch a Twins game. They can't really watch the Twins game. But you get the point. It's just too much meat of that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hogs.
Hi.
Yesterday, we found out the Vikings rookies will report on July 21st for training camp. Yeah! And the vets will report on July 23rd.
The juice is loose.
That is correct.
I can't wait, man. Couldn't get here soon enough.
Yeah.
Let's roll with it.
Who's still in town? Let's reach out to the Vikings to get somebody to play initials on Friday because Parrish is gone.
I mean, there's, I'm sure J.J. McCarthy would love to redeem himself
Okay,
after
calm down.
That first pitch.
You might not.
What are you doing? I didn't think it was a bad first pitch.
I thought it was a great first pitch. It was probably one of the best first pitches I've ever watched. That's the crowd.
You guys hanging around. There are guys in town.
Yeah.
JJ, if you're listening.
Yeah.
What if he is? Come play initials.
Okay, calm down.
Yeah, that was a hell of a plea.
Please?
Yeah. Sounds like you're being held captive. The Lynx battle the Dream tonight at Target Center. The Lynx are 11-3. They're 8.5-point favorites, and they are 7-1 at home.
They are on a roll.
You know when the final golden ticket gets found in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory back in the day, Willy Wonka?
Yeah.
And Grandpa Joe basically is like, well, tell him in the morning, let the boy dream one more night. Right? Basically just like, let's, whatever. And Charlie's still awake and he hears the whole thing and he's devastated.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Zach and J.J. McCarthy playing initials on Friday is, look, it ain't going to happen. But let's just let him dream until Friday that it might. Right, let the boy dream.
I'll tweet him.
That's him dreaming.
Yeah, tweet at him. That'll help.
Hard.
That won't scare him off one bit.
Oh,
Vikings
baby,
news
baby.
and more after this.
It's the truth. The power trip is back. Here we are.
I'm picking up.
More than 50 people got trapped in a coal mine in Pennsylvania while they were on a tour. This is why I don't go into caves.
I shudder when
I know.
That sentence, just claustrophobia.
I know. Did you, when you were like
God.
a kid, did you guys, I guess, and this is a dumb question, I apologize, I don't know the answer to this question. Are there caves anywhere near where I'm sitting right now? Like, did you guys take field trips to caves or anything?
First
when you
thing
were
I thought about was Stillwater.
Doesn't Red Wing have them?
Yeah.
Rosie, where did you go spelunking when you were younger?
Yeah.
None of your damn business.
You took her to the drive-in and splunked her, right?
Yeah.
Is that not right?
Yeah, over here in 55.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Thunderbird?
That was a different
Oh, sorry.
part of town.
Right. But we used to take field trips to the Carlsbad Caverns.
Yeah.
And it was the worst day of my life. I am claustrophobic, and you go into the pitch darkness, and they think it's fun to turn the lights off.
Ugh,
Right?
hideous.
Yeah. And you're like, well, I'm going to go ahead and just pee myself now.
Oh, don't pee yourself.
Getting back to the story, so
Yeah.
what happened?
Let's find out here. More than 50 people got trapped in a coal mine in Pennsylvania while they were on a tour. It took a few hours, but everyone was brought back up to safety. Here are some of the survivors that were stuck and rescuers talking about the experience.
There was some sort of mechanical error, and we had to come up through the emergency capsule. So me and the kids came up, and we're still waiting for my husband.
A lot of the kids had fun. They wanted to go back down again and do it again.
You were in this little tube of solid rock. I've never experienced anything like that.
It's the first time we've ever been in a coal mine. Probably the most thorough experience we'll ever have.
Yeah, probably the last time you're in it as well. How about the whole I'm waiting for my husband?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I love that line.
Man, I'm so tired of us as men getting screwed over.
I know.
We have to
happens.
stay on the Titanic. We have to stay in this freaking cave while the gal and the kids take the bubble up. We're screwed. Man, it's tough being us.
Yes.
Man,
It ain't
never
easy.
ends.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It just never ends
the
what we
burden.
have to go through.
No. Why are we last?
I don't know. How many guys are still out there from the Titanic waiting to be rescued? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just not fair.
It's not fair. Man, I'm with you, Roser. That is I don't
No,
wanna,
thank you.
I don't have any They have those the caves in Deadwood, right? Where you can go in and mine for gold. You
Oh,
can still
yeah.
do it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that because I'm a dude. Somebody will leave me in there. You know what I mean?
I just
They
shudder
would.
thinking
I would
about
come
that
get
stuff.
you, Hawk.
You would?
Yeah.
You can't fit.
Oh.
Well, your head.
Yeah. Well, you've never complained.
Oh, that was a sex joke.
What?
Rosie, don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Anyway, I'd play Vikings news for you, but I don't think we got any.
No, we don't.
But Vikings news would be brought to you by Radco, your truck accessory pro store. I love Radco. Thank you, Radco.
We're not that far away
From
Vikings training camp. I think the first teams report on the 15th of July, so less than a month.
Man, is that true?
Yeah.
Let's roll. Hey, you know what else we're not far away from? What's your name, Rosie?
What's that?
I don't know if you're into this or not, but I bet you kind of would be if you went. The 50th annual Back to the 50s weekend kicks off Friday at the State Fairgrounds. Wally Burchell of the Minnesota Street Rod Association says this year, this is a 3-day celebration of classic cars. Check this out, Roser.
If you think taking the entire State Fairgrounds, putting 10,000 plus, maybe 11,000 plus cars on that fairground, there are all kinds of custom street rods, restorations, trucks, rat rods, a little bit of everything that shows up. 64 and older, nothing newer than 64. We've got 190 vendors. We have a craft fair area. There is going to be a flyover again this year on Saturday. The entertainment and the band shell, that's always a big thing for people in the evenings.
Think about what he just said. 11,000 cars, and none of them are allowed to be newer than 1964.
No offense to Back to the 50s, but when he was going through all the details, when he said 190, 170, 190 vendors.
Vendors, yeah.
Are we talking cheese curds or not?
Yeah, of course.
Because if there are cheese curds, I want 11,000 cheese curds, not 11,000 cars.
Well,
I will go to Back to the 50s just to get the cheese curds.
I don't care what decade it is. Just give me the cheese curds.
Yeah, I don't care how old they are either. They can be from 64.
Rosie Burchell says that there will be food vendors, again, Kids World Live Music, and an appearance by Richard Petty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think he drove stock cars at the State Fair at some point.
I wonder if he ever did. I
don't know. I assume he
either.
made an appearance or two. If not drive, he probably made an appearance.
Apparently, there's also some swapping going on Sunday.
Cool.
It says here, huge swap meet on Sunday.
Well, I was watching the movie Gran Torino the other day, and I love that movie, and a lot of people do. Clint Eastwood's movie, and the car itself, again, got me going about. Oh man, I wish I know you showed me that picture of the car.
My new Mustang, yeah.
And the colors of some of those cars, they just do not invent anymore.
No.
I mean, I'm more of a 65, 66 Mustang.
Yes, sir.
Generation. That's my dream car.
Yeah.
I talked about that before, but so when he says 64 is the oldest, I mean the newest.
That's the newest.
The newest
That's why it's Back to the 50s weekend. Yeah.
Well, that's why it's called Back to the 50s.
57 Chevy, 55 Chevy.
Man, they are
53.
But sometimes when you see a classic car going down the street, and the thing I notice more than anything is the color of it, because they don't make that color anymore.
Damn.
You can't duplicate it.
Wow, Rosie.
But that Gran Torino. Smoking hot.
Oh, there goes Rosie.
Let's go back to the swapping for a second, because there's a swap meet. Rosie, are you game for that or not?
Not really. No, I mean, I'm not much into swapping.
Hawk and my dad are going.
Man, if you click on the vendors list, it's a lot of just like car products. Where's the food list?
I did what you did, and it took me a while to search, but if I found out that the fair handles the food.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do they?
So they don't really, in the Back to the 50s, they don't promote either. They don't know or they don't promote it.
Don't know, don't show, or don't care.
I don't believe the food building is open, so that's where you usually get your curds. But of course, I'm sure there's cheese curds somewhere.
Yeah, but if it's not Mouthtrap.
Yeah, don't quote me on it, and hopefully it's open, but I don't think it is.
Where would I quote
Sweet
you?
Martha's will be.
Yeah, why would he quote you?
What do I look like, Johnny Athletic?
Yeah, he passed.
Kinda.
What?
Yes.
He died?
I think he's fine.
Anyway, Rosie, there's a swap meet on Sunday.
Yeah, man. Old cars rule.
Get down there and swap with some dudes.
Yeah, let's put some horsepower to the ground.
Yeah.
190 pounds, all of it in your right foot.
Yeah.
It's a great weekend.
I don't know. Maybe it's never too late to get your dream car at some point.
Yeah, let's do it, Roser. I'll take you down to Unique Classic Cars. We'll get you a Mustang, buddy.
Man.
I bet they got a 64.
65.
65.
That's the problem. They won't have one there.
Yeah, you're right. I know you're pissed.
That's way too modern.
Right.
I think they might have a 65 at Unique Classic Cars.
They probably do.
Yeah, they probably do. You should buy one cash. You should walk in there and just
Straight cash,
drop
homie.
Just drop your wallet and say, I'm taking that car.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Alicia Keys playing the bandshell stage on Saturday.
That's not true.
Yeah.
No, he's kidding.
You lion.
Ain't true.
Well, he's not a lion.
He's a lion.
He's a human.
Siegfried and Roy, I think, are there too as well.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Well, one of them.
Dead.
Janet Jackson
They're
was
both
at XL last
Did you
night.
go?
Was she?
No, I
My
did
mom
not.
did.
Did
And my
she?
dad, yeah.
I heard it was a good show. I read
said
the
it was better
review.
than the one that you had last year on the
Yeah.
same tour. So
Yeah, I read the review this morning.
she's killing it.
Good for her.
Oh, sweet.
They got a 66 Mustang Fastback for $59,000.
59,000.
Hawk will buy it.
82,000 original miles on this some bitch.
What?
Yeah, man.
Where's this Hawk?
Unique Classic Cars in Mankato.
Are you looking at a picture of it?
Yeah, yeah.
What color is it?
Cherry red, baby.
Oh,
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that, Rose. Yeah,
Oh, my
you and my dad
God.
could drive around town in that thing.
No.
Pull the trigger.
59 grand.
Don't think.
Yeah,
Don't
it's,
think.
Don't think too much.
Give them your credit card. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Rosie, just do it.
Yeah, Hawk will pay for
Yeah,
it.
they got a 66 Ford. A 66 Ford, not a fastback, just a regular for $19,900. Just it looks like a. Looks
Man,
like
those cars.
just came off the assembly line.
Thunderbirds and the Mustangs in that era were, to me, my favorite cars.
Backseat big enough.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
You know what
That
I'm
was
saying?
too obvious, wasn't
That
it?
came from a place.
Yeah.
Well, the drive-in over here on 55, getting back to Corey's original question,
Yeah.
the swap meet, whatever you were calling
Yeah,
it. There was a great drive-in over there.
Yeah, man.
Right by what's now was Rolling Green Country Club. There was
Yeah.
Hamel out there. There was
Hide your friends in the trunk.
Yeah.
something like that.
Smoke some weed.
God, drive-in theaters.
I love them.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I'm with you, Roser. I'm with you.
Well, though the movies are great, and the speakers were terrific. No,
Yeah.
they weren't. They sucked, and then the mosquitoes would,
You're arguing with yourself.
Yeah, you're
I
arguing with
know.
yourself.
Why am I
Hawk,
doing that for?
Hawk, what did you do at a drive-in?
Well, we'd sit down.
Yep.
We'd get out. We'd make out a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'd get out and we'd fight somebody.
Of course you would.
You have 100% fought at a drive-in movie theater, right?
Well, sure. You'd be laying there making out with your babe.
Yeah.
And then somebody'd come over and say, come on,
That's-
we're going to fight the kids from Winchester. And
Yeah.
you got to go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be
Because
right
they're
back,
stealing
baby.
your women.
No.
That's like that movie. Was it Breaking Away?
Breaking Away was the bicycle.
Bike. You saw that. Please tell me.
Love that film.
That movie is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's the
And
best.
I think about you in retrospect. Now, I didn't
Yeah.
know you back then,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously, but I think about your lifestyle, and I could see Chris Hockey in that
It's
bunch.
funny because I believe that, if I am correct, that movie's based in Muncie, Indiana, which is like
The Little Indy was it the name of there was actually a race.
Yeah, yeah.
The Little Indy 500, whatever they called it, was a bicycle
and the
race.
French guys came in and they were
Dennis
buttholes.
Quaid.
Dennis Quaid. That's one of his first films.
Yes.
And the guy, the one guy from that one film, Jackie Earl Haley is in it. Daniel Stern
Daniel Stern was in it.
is in it as well.
It
That's
was
right.
a classic.
Classic film.
And I think
The bike
that's
racing.
young Christopher Hockey.
Yeah. I like that. That's a good film.
Yes.
Anybody else?
I'm going down the
What movie?
nostalgic path
What was
here.
it called?
Breaking Away.
Breaking Away.
About
It
this
was
kid who wants to be a
That's a
bicycle
terrible
racer.
Yeah. And he pretends like he's French, so right?
Oh, oui.
Well, yeah, he learns to speak French because his favorite writers are French, and then they end up being
And they have
buttholes.
their-
1979,
and they're
man.
a-holes to him.
Yeah, they're a-holes.
Yep.
That's right.
They are.
Yep. And then he almost gets hit by a car, and then they jump. You know, it's funny. There's another scene in that where they jump into a gravel pit. That's where they go swimming because we didn't have
Right,
lakes back
right.
home. We don't have lakes. We had gravel pits.
Yeah,
We
correct.
dig a hole and let God fill it up.
Yeah, and then fight.
Oh, sure. You got to fight God sometimes.
He's from Winchester.
You can't let him get away with that.
Isn't it true, Hawk, that this is the second Jim Jones reference? Didn't
found
he
some
grow up
grass.
like 5 miles from your hometown?
About 10 minutes from where I grew up.
Yeah.
A little town called Lynn, Indiana.
What?
I can't
Yeah.
believe there's not a sign that says Jim Jones grew up here.
He did?
He did. Yeah,
There's
that's
a
true.
new documentary on him about Hulu.
Yeah, I watched. It's not about Hulu.
Or, sorry, Start over. There's a new documentary about Jim Jones on Hulu. Did you watch it, Hawk?
I watched half of it, yeah.
Oh,
What if Jim Jones came back from the dead just to do a documentary on Hulu?
Yeah. You know what? You did on me. Now I'm going to do one on you.
Eye for an eye.
Is that what he sounds like?
Terrible Jim Jones impression, but
It sounded just like him.
Doc for a doc, baby.
Yeah. No, I watched about half of it. And this is a different one. I've seen a Jim Jones documentary before. This one's different because they have footage of the last day.
Yeah.
And if you know the story, they're down in Guyana, right? Mm-hmm. And I forget, Congressman Ryan from California starts getting complaints that from family members that Jim Jones got all their kids and stuff down there. So he goes down with film crews from NBC and news reporters from all over the place, and they go down to check out what's going on. And they start talking to Jim, and by this point, Jim is so hopped up on cocaine and drugs that he's chewing his teeth, man. He's like, literally.
Yeah.
And so right as they're getting ready to leave, and they're taking some of his followers with him, Jim decides, well, that's going to do it. So he sends a firing squad to go kill him, and they do. And there's footage of it in this documentary before. Actually, it happening.
Yeah, and they kill the congressman right away. They shoot like 4 people, and they injure almost all of them, and they hit out in like a restaurant for 24 hours. And they all thought they were going to die there. But then the government and the army of Ghana comes to stop people leaving from that, what's it called where they fly out? The
Help me.
Airport? The airport, basically. But it's it's not even an airport. It's just like a landing area.
Landing strip.
And they saved all of those people. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. But yeah, they killed 900. They killed children, man.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say
they were all set up for it. It was terrible.
I'm just going to say this Jim Jones guy. He's a real jerk.
Doesn't sound like a good dude, does he?
I mean, they interview some of the
But he's a hell of a documentary director.
For Hulu.
Can't wait to learn about Hulu and how it started. And
they interview some of the rangers that landed there to clean up the bodies. Oh my God, dude.
Oh yeah, no, the cleanup process alone was horrific.
They thought at first it was only like 150 people, but there were people under people under people. That's how bad it was.
The fascinating thing about all of these things, Corey, you and I have talked about this before. I don't understand the mindset, not of the cult leader, because they're crazy. Right. The followers, man. Yeah. And it's not, as Saucy just said, it's not 100 people, it's 900 people.
918.
Right. Like the Heaven's Gate people, right?
I mean, it's the biggest math.
Those guys chopped off their own nuts,
mass
Rosie.
death. Yeah.
They sure did.
Some people love to follow, man. They love to follow.
There was a woman that escaped with her 6-month-old child. They walked 30 miles to the nearest town.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you this. A lot of the documentary, the new one, his son.
Yeah, his son talks in it.
Talks in the documentary. And he's like, yeah, my dad was crazy. He was not a good guy.
Yeah, meth.
It's fascinating and terrifying. But again, unfathomable. How do you follow that guy?
And
to the point where you're willing to drink that Kool-Aid.
They have audio of him talking. They found audio because he recorded everything because he was an egomaniac of him talking them into doing it.
Yeah. What year was that?
78.
78.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hang on. 2 sides of every story. Let's wait for the documentary to come out and let's hear his side out.
Yeah, but
you're right. I don't know what we're thinking.
He's 10 minutes from where hockey grew up.
Man, that's
Indiana, man.
His first church was in his hometown, which literally is in Lynn, Indiana.
My goodness.
Which is 10 minutes from where I grew up.
He was born in Crete, Indiana, Hawk?
Right. Yep. That's the guy from The Office was from there.
Brilliant.
Fan 5 is next.
This is Firewater Gospel.